Where are the low-value men?
The hijacker's passport was found blocks from the World Trade Center crash site. You can believe that. You can believe that. You can believe that.
Contracted COVID, but says with a mixture of medicines, including the controversial horse dewormer that has poisoned hundreds of people nationwide, he's now recovered.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?
From the headlines to the whisper star, low value mail, low value mail at 9 o'clock. We're truth fiction, take a walk.
Why don't you swear on the Bible that you walked on the moon? You're a coward and a liar and a thief.
Our stories are.
What's happening, Scroats? Welcome back to a very special episode of Low Value Mail on this Thursday, August 21st, 2025, the year of our Lord. It's a special Thursday episode. I'm sorry I missed Monday. I had some shit come up, but I'm making it up to you now with an all open lines episode. It's like, what's that cereal, Captain Crunchberry, where it's just only Crunchberries? This is only open lines. That was stupid. It's episode number 157, and we will be back on Monday as scheduled at 7 p.m. The show is always Monday at 7 p.m. unless something, things happen. And we'll be back, and we got a really cool guest on Monday night. This guy was actually recommended by our new producer, Gerard, a gentleman named Howard Bloom, who he's appeared on the Joe Rogan podcast. He's hosted I think he's hosted 250 episodes of Coast to Coast. He's either been a guest or he's hosted. I know he's been on Coast to Coast 250 times. This guy has a crazy life story. Basically, he used to be, did PR in the music industry. I think he was a publicist or something like that in the music industry for it was Michael Jackson, Prince, anything you can think of in the 80s, 70s. He was the guy, and he's into all sorts of interesting stuff. He's written 7 books, and we're gonna talk about some of his books and all sorts of shit. So, anyways, that'll be Monday night at 7 p.m. But tonight's open lines. So anything you guys want to talk about is what we shall discuss. Anything goes. Conspiracies. Am I white? Which is also a conspiracy. Ryan Long posted a poll on Twitter. You can go vote on whether I'm white or not. I am. Russia, Ukraine, Trump militarizing D.C., 240. This is a pathetic news story that I just read just before I fired this bad boy up. 245 Americans so far this year have applied for refugee status in Canada. Pathetic. Absolutely embarrassing. Embarrassing. Anyways, it's all on the table. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I really would like to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So subscribe to the channel, like the stream. If you want to support the show, you can do so by dropping a super chat or signing up on the channel or patreon.com/lowvaluemail, M-A-I-L. Quick note before we get into things. This is, I don't know how many of you are libertarians. I'm sure some of you are. The most retarded of all political ideologies. It has some good things. I won't lie. I won't lie. There's definitely some stuff where I go, oh, it's not bad. And then there's some stuff where I go, nobody is ever voting for this. But Aron Lam, low-value friend of the show and libertarian mayor of Keenesburg, Colorado, Aron Lam, needs some help. So he's called into the show before. He's called into the bathhouse numerous times. If you remember, he's the mayor, small-town mayor, just outside, I believe, southwest of Denver. West of Denver? I don't know exactly, but I've never been there. It's a tiny town. He's the mayor. A lot of dirty politics going on in this town. It really, you think that this stuff is kind of relegated to, the upper tiers of politics? No, even this shit in tiny little 2,000 person town, Keenesburg, Colorado, the shit happens there. So he's getting recalled. And I don't know the entire story, but from what I understand, the whole thing reeks to high heaven. It reeks. Now, again, I don't have the specific details. I talked to Aaron. I'm hoping he calls in tonight. Otherwise, he'll call in on Monday or maybe Tuesday on the Bathhouse. One of them. We'll get the story. But basically, he needs your help. He needs our help. So if you want to support Aaron, if you're a libertarian, but if you're just a low value male, a scrote, whatever that may be, go to his website, SaveKeenesburg.com. Let me drop it in the chat. Keenesburg is Keene. There it is. It's in the chat right now. SaveKeenesburg.com. Make a donation. You have to be a U.S. citizen to make a donation, as I made a donation yesterday, but he had to refund me because I guess it's like a campaign violation, and he doesn't need any of that nonsense. So I guess it's not legal. I don't know for non-citizens to contribute. But if you are a citizen in the United States, or you're a libertarian, because if you're a libertarian, you probably got all that Bitcoin money lying around. Come on, you guys all got into Bitcoin when it was fucking $1. So, anyways, send him a couple shekels. Someone asked where's Little Dan's GoFundMe. Little Dan didn't ask for a GoFundMe. I talked to Little Dan. I think he's fine in the money department. But if Little Dan wants to set up a GoFundMe, we can definitely do that. I'm happy to. Assist. I'm not going to set it up, but I'll definitely throw out the link and contribute to it. So, but anyways, any libertarians here, go help out. And I think you could even just like sign. I don't know if there's like a petition or whatever, but I don't even know what he needs the money for. Probably just to help him be the mayor. But it sounds like he's doing good shit in Keenesburg, Colorado. Hopefully he'll call in and we can talk to him. Yeah, I'll pin it. Good idea. Whoever said pin it. Vince, smart man. Vince is a smart man. Oh, I think someone else pinned it. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right, let's talk about this stupid fucking Cracker Barrel thing that is all over my goddamn Twitter timeline. To be honest, I was going through the news today, and I was like, there's nothing really that was striking my interest. I'm not like, I'm not super up to, like, the whole Russia-Ukraine shit. That seems to be dominating what's going on. I'm just like, it feels like a whole lot of nothing. It feels like a lot of just pageantry. Nothing's going to come of it. It seems very clear Trump really badly just wants a Nobel Peace Prize, and nothing's going to come of it. That's my feeling on it, and it's not the most interesting thing to me. This Cracker Barrel thing is fucking stupid. It is absolutely idiotic. You know what? Maybe because I'm a dumb Canadian. I'm not from this country. They don't have Cracker Barrels in Canada. And you can call in. Let me know if I'm missing the mark on something here, okay? So if you don't know, if you have been living under a rock, Cracker Barrel announced this week that they're updating their logo and remodeling their restaurants to, just a little more modern flair, which is the antithesis of a Cracker Barrel. It's the quite opposite of modern. And crackers all over the country are unhappy. Very unhappy. Okay? Now, again, I'll concede a few things before I continue, as I don't get why people are upset about this, other than people just like getting upset about shit. I don't know, right? But I don't get what's woke about this rebrand, which I've seen said 1,000 times. This is a woke rebrand. They're comparing it to Dylan Mulvaney and Bud Light and the fucking Target's tuck-friendly bathing suits or whatever. So look, I've been to a Cracker Barrel one time. They don't have them in Canada. I was in one in, I think, Virginia. It was off the side of a highway. Here's my opinion on Cracker Barrel. Just like a better version of like a Waffle House with just, some kitschy decorations and like a gift shop in it, I guess. It's I guess it would be like a white version of the Waffle House. A little more civil, if you know what I mean. But so I didn't hate it. It was good. Prices were reasonable, which are, me, don't hate that. I had the chicken fried steak with gravy and biscuits, which is just an insane thing to eat for breakfast. Crazy. I was so hungover. I felt like shit afterwards. Had to take a nap. Can't believe people would consistently eat like this. I was like, I ate that, and I was like, this is a fucking crazy thing to eat for breakfast. They give you like that white gravy everywhere. Delicious though. Now, is there some Southern cultural component to this that I'm missing that's making people so upset? And again, please call in. Let me know exactly what I'm missing here, okay? And here's the thing. People are notorious. It is human nature to be against change. So I understand that, but I didn't realize that Cracker Barrel had this like Buc-ee's or Wawa like fandom where people like, I don't see a lot of Cracker Barrel merch, not the way I see Buc-ee's merch. Buc-ee's merch is like common. You see people wearing that shit all the time. Cracker Barrel, not so much. I don't really notice it. Maybe people wear it and I don't notice it. But the thing is because I started digging into this, because I have the theory, my theory on this anyways, it's a pretty simple theory on why they're doing this. It's not to fucking rile everybody up, and it's not some woke thing or whatever the fuck people are talking about. It's a pretty just financial decision, right? So phone lines are not open. People are already calling in. Ridiculous. Just give it a minute. I'm going to open the phone lines in fucking 5 minutes, okay? And it's like, again, simple explanation for all of this. Just go look at the company's financials, share price, right? So they're a publicly traded company. So all this stuff's public, all this information. In 2015, the revenue, $2.84 billion with 630 locations. Last year, the revenue, $3.47 billion, 664 locations. Not good. That basically means their revenue went up 25% in 10 years, when inflation is way higher than that in the last 10 years, easily, right? And they have 34 new locations, which means it's actually a declining business. When you remove the inflation element, you go, oh, this is a business on the decline, right? And everybody was tweeting today that their share price closed down 7% today. At one point, it was down 15%. I had a bunch of people DMing me about, they're like, are you shorting Cracker Barrel? I'm like, I'm not fucking shorting Cracker Barrel. What the hell are you talking about? But the thing is like public companies just have this general single responsibility, which is just make the stock price go up. It is like, if you ever have some brand that you really like, the worst thing that can happen to it is they go public a lot of times, because then they start thinking about different things. They're like, oh, we just have to make this number go up. Number has to go up, right? And since 1982, I looked this all up, shares of Cracker Barrel, they've gone up 100 times. But if you bought it in 1993, you haven't even doubled your money. Not good. Not good. Someone's saying buy the dip. I don't think it's buy the dip. I wouldn't be surprised if it kind of wipes out today's losses and kind of just winds up back. I honestly don't see this hurting Cracker Barrel in any way. Who is not going to go to Cracker Barrel because they made the decor inside a little nicer? Like, what, people don't like that anymore? You don't like nicer decor? I mean, I saw the new logo and people are like all up in arms about they removed the dude with the barrel. You're like, okay, is this like a white erasure kind of thing? Is that what people's issue is? You go, why you got rid of the dude with the barrel? You're like, I don't know. You got to fucking change your logo up at some point. But here's the thing, is they have, as a public company, they have to do something to get more people to eat there. And they can't just do the exact same thing. And doing the problem is their whole deal is that they're like, we're this old-timey place. You know, it's all nostalgia and it looks like a fucking log cabin and all that bullshit. It's dirty, or looks dirty, and like dusty even. But they can't jack up their prices because it's not that kind of place, and people definitely wouldn't be happy about that. It actually reminds me of Tim Hortons in Canada, for all the Canadians out there. And I don't know if people in America give a shit about the decline of Tim Hortons in America, if that's a conversation. But the decline of Tim Hortons in Canada is a real conversation. Because it used to be great when it was just coffee and donuts. And then it got folded into some giant conglomerate who also owns like Wendy's and all sorts of shit, right? And then they're forced, at that point, they go, we have to increase sales by any means necessary, because that's what these companies do. They just go, they got to make the number keep going up. It just has to, by any means necessary. And now Tim Hortons sells fucking disgusting pizza and Mexican bowls and all sorts of nonsense. And you know what I did when it stopped being good? I just stopped going there. I go, this place sucks. This is fucking, in that case, it's Canada, but it's like, if you're this Cracker Barrel diehard, you live in America. You have a million options. MAGA people seem to be the most upset about this Cracker Barrel thing. Well, you know what is very MAGA? You know what's super MAGA? going and eating at like a mom and pop breakfast place and not supporting some giant corporate chain with a $1.2 billion market cap. Isn't that like the most make America great again thing you can do is go support a family-owned business? The food's probably better. You're keeping the money literally within your community. Like, isn't that the more MAGA thing? Like MAGA, that should be like a staple of MAGA, which is like we support local independent businesses instead of buying everything from fucking Walmart and Amazon. So anyways, again, maybe I'm missing some Southern cultural component. I don't know. Or are people just mad because they're just kind of wistful of older times and this was something that reminded them of that? I don't know. But the whole woke rebrand nonsense completely lost me. We got a super chat. Eric Petty Fishing says, "You rule, Danny. Thanks for always being good to us, Goyim." I love the Goys. You guys are great. All the Goys, all the Jews. Those are the only two categories. Ari Shafir has literally the best joke about this. It was one of those jokes. If you've never seen A Special Jew, highly recommend it. It's great. He distills it in such a good way, where basically Jews just go, we have a derogatory term for everybody else on earth. It's literally, we're 0.2% of the world's population, and then we just made a derogatory term for 99.8% of all the people on the planet. It's good shit. All right, I'm going to open the phone lines in a moment. I just have one other thing, just because I'm curious what people think about this. And again, it's open lines, whatever you want to talk about. I have to do a slightly shorter show. We're only going to 9 o'clock tonight because I have a spot at 9:30. So whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about. We can talk about Cracker Barrel. We can talk about anything. You got some new conspiracies. Let's fucking hear them. All sorts of shit going on. But it looks like America's going to war with Mexico again. I know it's been a while. Well, at least with the cartels. This is kind of somewhat breaking news. I don't know how breaking, but it's today. So this is kind of interesting, and I'm just curious what the America First people have to say about this. So the Trump administration has directed the military to prepare for lethal strikes against cartel targets inside Mexico. All right. You know what? I'm going to open the phone lines here because everybody's calling in. Gerard will put you on hold. Stay on hold. I will get to you. Yes, the military is preparing lethal strikes against cartel targets inside Mexico. Apparently, this is with or without Mexico's approval. Essentially, they're just like, they're doing this regardless. If Mexico wants to help them out, they're like, great. But should Mexico not want to play ball, it'll just be a unilateral decision, and they're just going to go on after the cartels. Now, this comes after Trump designated the cartels as terrorist organizations. This is one of his very first executive orders. Now, this is certainly an interesting development. And I'm curious what all you think about this, because not that I don't know, because, this isn't the U.S. getting involved in a foreign war between two other nations, obviously. But this technically, I guess, would be a foreign war, a war with a foreign country. Oh, shit.
Hey, Danny, it's the mayor. How you doing, brother?
Things are interesting. I just got interviewed by the local news. Unfortunately, there was 6 people found dead at the local dairy yesterday. So I've been.
That's in Keenesburg?
Technically right outside of town limits. I just got interviewed by the local CBS News affiliate and got reached out by the New York Times reporter that's in the area. It's pretty crazy.
That's where did I see what news? I was looking at the news. That was either like on the front page of, I think it's on the front page of Drudge Report right now, or maybe CNN or something, or Fox. One of those places I like saw something about like some crazy dairy. So what happened with the dairy thing?
Yeah, it's everywhere. I mean, I saw it on AP. I didn't even know about it until that New York Times reporter reached out to me and looked it up. I mean, essentially, we don't have much information at all. I mean, our town police did not respond to it. They weren't asked to. We have a fire department, that's the Southeast Weld County Fire Department, that responded, and they put out a statement that their lawyer reviewed, essentially that they can't say anything, but that this happened, that they responded and found 6 dead bodies. So it's crazy, and it's very tragic.
What's is that, a farm?
Yeah, I mean it's at a dairy, so it's hard to say. I mean, evidently all the bodies were found in a confined space, so that's kind of, again, a vague term. But yeah, we have no idea what's happened at this point.
Yeah, it says at least 6 bodies have been found after a dairy accident. I've never heard those 2 words. I mean, the only time I've ever heard dairy accident is when I drink too much fucking milk or eat too much ice cream. I'm a little lactose. Not to, not to make fun of the dead here, but.
Sure. I mean, it's like a decade ago when I was younger, that was the whole trend, was the gallon challenge.
Yeah.
Try and chug a gallon of milk and everyone would just throw up violently.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, yeah.
I've had some.
This is actually only the second time I've been interviewed for the news, because about a year ago, a little over, we had one of those dairy trucks cross the train tracks at a spot they weren't allowed to and got stuck, and the Amtrak hit it and killed 3 people.
Oh, goddamn. Dude, there's a lot of fucking shit going on over in little Keenesburg.
Yeah, I mean, again, in a year and a half, this is the only 2 times I've been interviewed are because of dairy accidents. So
dairy accidents.
It's awful.
They're more common.
Yeah.
We need common sense dairy control.
Yes.
So what's going on with the mayor stuff here?
Well, I mean, as you know, I appreciate that repost the other day. I am being recalled currently by the former mayor and some of his cronies. So if anyone wants to help out, he's very pissed off that I am a libertarian and thinks that that's reason enough that I should be taken out of office.
So,
and, I've done a lot of...
You don't have like a set term? Like you don't actually have like term limits or terms as mayor?
So the term is 4 years. There is no term limit. So, but in Colorado, you can recall any elected official for any reason. So it just takes 20% of the past voters to sign a petition saying to recall the person.
Which in your town is what?
Like special election.
Like a couple
200 people.
200. You need 200.
Yeah, 200.
So how often? So couldn't you just turn around and just recall the next mayor like instantly? It seems like so easy to do.
Essentially, yeah. So you do have to wait until the person has been in office at least 6 months, and you can't do it if it's within 6 months of the next regular election.
Gotcha. And so what's his particular gripe with you? Like when he went around getting these signatures, what did he say? Like I mean, that's the thing. And you can easily find 10% of any population and be like, yeah, I don't like the mayor. Like that's nothing special.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so I can read you the statement so on the recall petition, it says, "We, the concerned citizens of Keenesburg, have initiated this recall due to our dissatisfaction with Mayor Aron Lam's lack of transparency and treatment of the citizens. We believe that the mayor has failed the responsibility of the office, leaving us with no choice but to seek his removal. Our reasons for this recall petition include, but are not limited to, conduct unbecoming of a public official, including lying to citizens, lack of engagement with residents on key community matters, including not getting input from the public on town code changes, failure to effectively represent the interests of the voters, high turnover rate with town employees, and creating a hostile work environment, which was summarized by a few people here in town as, he is bad, he needs to go.
Yeah, and what do you say to these claims? Because I mean I don't know you super well, but we've met in person, and it doesn't seem like you. You don't seem like the type to or to have a hostile work environment.
Oh, not at all. I mean, and when this first came out, I went to my town manager and showed it to him and said, "Hey, what do you think about this?" And he laughed and said, "Well, I've been the one that's fired multiple people for good reasons, and I would think that they would be coming after me versus coming after you." But so on the actual ballot, it will have that statement. It will have my statement, which is my rebuttal, that I firmly reject this recall petition and its baseless claims. My administration has prioritized our town's inevitable growth in a way that is thoughtful and stable, always with the community's best interest at heart. Transparency, I've held open town halls, shared public budgets, and welcomed feedback, hardly the actions of a secretive leader. Allegations of lying are vague and unsubstantiated. I challenge the petitioners to provide specifics, not just emotional rhetoric. Engagement is a two-way street. I've sought public input on major decisions, including town code updates, though public comments at board meetings, and directly talking with residents in town. I've listened to the residents regarding board decisions related to the police department and voted to keep our police chief twice. If residents chose not to participate, that's not a failure of leadership. It's a call for broader civic involvement. Representing voters, my policies have driven economic growth, improved infrastructure, and I've fought to lower the mill levy, directly addressing what Keenesburg residents value most. Employee turnover is a weak point to raise, as small towns often face staffing challenges due to budget constraints and rural realities. This is not a hostile environment. I've worked very hard to foster a professional workplace, and claims otherwise are both exaggerated and lack evidence. Every decision I've made has been to serve Keenesburg, not to cater to a vocal minority pushing this recall. This recall feels more like a personal vendetta than a genuine grievance, and I've served with integrity, balancing tough choices with the needs of our town. I urge residents to see through this noise and look at the progress we've made and reject this divisive recall. Let's keep Keenesburg moving forward together as a close community to maintain the small town feel that we all love.
So how many people is just, I guess, what is it? Just 51%, or 50% plus one person has to vote for the recall, or how does that work? It's just 50% plus one?
Yeah. So on the ballot, it's going to say that recall statement I read, my rebuttal, and then do you wish to recall me from mayor? Yes or no? If they vote no, that's it. If they vote yes, there'll be whoever has submitted the petition to get on the ballot, which in our town is only 10 signatures.
Right. And then it'll go to there'll be a new election?
Yeah. Yes, September 30th is the new election. And unfortunately, well, I mean, I guess not really unfortunately. So we chose to do an in-person only because it saves the town a crazy amount of money. It was going to be $80,000 if we sent ballots to every person in town. And it's only like $7,000 if we do an in-person only.
Well, that's nice and frugal. I like that. I mean, that is one thing you should be like, doing this is going to cost the town a lot of money. Now, can you just go in a town of 2,000 people? Can you just go, essentially just go personally meet with everybody and just kind of talk to them?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's how I won in the first place. I call it drive-by door knocking.
Yeah.
Where, I mean, we're a small redneck kind of community, so a lot of people have garages that they just drink beer in. So I would just roll up, say, "Hey, my name's Aaron. I'm running for mayor," and they would say, "Oh, you want a beer, bud?" And we'd have a good conversation and everything. At that time, though, my wife was pregnant, so I didn't have those home necessities. And then, but now I do have almost a 3-year-old. So it's a little harder to do that kind of thing. So I do have to rely on other people.
Right. But you can, it seems like not unreasonable. And so will this guy who's recalling you, will he try and be the new mayor?
I don't know yet. So they have until Monday to turn in their petitions to get on the ballot. I only know one other person who, funnily enough, is also a nurse that is running against me, but it's not the former mayor.
Interesting. And can you run again if you get recalled?
Yeah. If I get recalled, so the next election will be in 26, so next year. So I definitely could run again.
And so who would be the interim, but someone else would be the interim mayor until then?
So it's not interim. They just would be the mayor. So if I am successfully recalled, then again, whoever of those people below the yes recall that enough people select would be the mayor.
I mean, that seems kind of stupid to recall you if there's an election coming up fairly soon, because you're like, what is that person going to get done in such a short period of time? Seems like someone who's like just temporarily in there wouldn't be a better solution, unless you were like grossly incompetent and negligent, which it does not seem to be the case at all.
No. I mean, that's the whole thing is that they're all, I mean, they, in my opinion, essentially used this, that we did not. So, sorry, let me rephrase that. We changed the structure of the police department. We had one that was in office for about 3 months before I was elected, but the town ordinances had nothing related to the police department there. So the town manager, if there was anything that was going wrong, couldn't do anything to ensure that they were doing things appropriately. So the town board decided that the police chief should be appointed just as the town manager, the town clerk, treasurer are, and everyone freaked out. And then we had a month later, once that became effective, a vote to appoint the chief that had been in power, and they voted against it. I actually voted for him, but despite that, they still viewed me as the problem and the reason that this happened. So that's why the recall started in the first place.
And so what do you need these donations for? What are you going to use them for?
Mailers, handouts, and door knockers, like, for people that I got about a dozen people at least in town that are going to go help with the door knocking effort to hand out, get out the vote. It's going to be the biggest thing because this isn't a regular election. There's not going to be president, governor, state senators, right, et cetera. It's literally just for this. So the vote turnout is going to be very low based on historical, looking at other recall elections.
Gotcha. So do you need like any smear campaign videos, commercials? I could whip something up for you.
Well, that would be helpful, but I don't really know much about the one person that has put his name in the hat to go against me at this
so you don't
point.
even know yet.
Like I said, yeah, I mean, I know he's also a nurse, which is, like I said, quite interesting. But yeah, the former mayor has not put his name in from what I've seen yet. I'm not going to know until this next Monday who actually are my opponents.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, keep us up to date. And if anybody wants to support you, I got the link pinned up here, Save Keenesburg. Do you guys still have that? Was it like a lion sanctuary?
Oh yeah. I mean, when Tiger King, Joe sanctuary? Went to prison. Yeah. When he went to prison, our town has a sanctuary called the Wild Animal Sanctuary. We got 80% of his tigers and lions. So they got tigers, lions, ligers, coyotes, black bears, grizzly bears. They have all kinds of stuff. And I mean, it's really cool compared to other zoos because you aren't just walking at ground level looking in.
Yeah, there's like those walkways, right? You're walking above them?
Yeah. It's like a mile and a half long, 30-foot raised walkway. So you're looking into these enclosures that are, several acres each. So it's a much more interesting way to see everything for sure.
Cool. Well, you got my endorsement. I think you're a great mayor. You got any? Did you ever get that roundabout? What was it? You were trying to get roundabouts?
Yeah, we're still working on that. It's set to go in next year.
So look, you get shit, dude. You get shit done, man. It's like the first time you ever called me, you were like, "Someone got killed at this stoplight, and we need a goddamn roundabout." And look at that. You're a man of action.
Yep, we're getting it done.
All right. Well,
thank you, Danny.
If you need anything from me, I'm here for you, man. Aron Lam, everybody. Mayor.
I appreciate it, brother. Have a good night.
Take care. That's the mayor, everybody. Go support him. He needs your help. All right, let's go to the calls. Phone lines are open, everybody. 1-888-949-2969. Let's take some calls here. Let's help, guys. If you got a couple bucks, just kick in. Let's get Aron. Keep him as the mayor. Hello, you're on Low Value Mail.
Hello, am I coming through?
Yeah. Yes, you were for a second there.
I am. Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Am I still?
Yeah. You just seem to cut out briefly.
Oh, am I receiving a call? Oh, I'm gonna.
What the hell's going on here?
Sorry.
What? Yeah, it's not sounding good. I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna give you a chance to figure this out. Okay. Let's take another call here. Phone lines are open, everybody. 1-888-949-2969. I'm sure we'll call back. Okay, this person's not unmuting themselves. Let's see who this is. I think Slav. Hello.
Hello.
Yo.
Hey, what's up? First off, you're not telling me to commit out-of-state voter fraud, are you?
I'm not telling anybody to do anything, but as far the rules that as far as I understand and what Aron told me is that any U.S. citizen can donate to him, but you have to be a U.S. citizen, because I gave him $50 and then he had to refund it to me because I'm not a U.S. citizen. So, and that speaks to the integrity of this man, by the way, because he could have easily just taken my $50, not said anything, and that would have been that. But no, this guy is a real man of integrity, and he refunded my money.
And you said you met him, right?
I met him, yeah. He invited me to host the Colorado State Libertarian presidential debate.
Oh, yeah, I remember. How many garages do you think he'd make it before he falls flat?
I was actually thinking about how hammered he would be by the end of that. Like, he might, you have one beer in every garage. You got to think there's like, I don't know, 800 to 1,000 homes there, maybe 700 homes, something like that. You would be fucking wasted near the end of that.
Yeah. So I was calling in because on Tuesday on basketball.
Hold on. Let me just start to cut you off. You're a Southerner. Is there some sort of, I mean, you're obviously Russian, but you're obviously identify as a Southerner. Is there some sort of like thing with the Cracker Barrel that I'm missing here?
Well, first off, with the decor, they ain't enough Confederate flags.
Sure.
And burning crosses hanging up. So,
sure. You want them to go completely the other way. They go, this is our new rebrand. Robert E. Lee statues everywhere.
We just need a sign that says no blacks or no Mexicans. It's just say no blacks, no dogs, no Mexicans.
Sure.
Actually, no, dogs allowed.
Okay, but, so there's no Southerner loyalty for there's no cultural component I'm missing here.
I've ate there once.
Yeah, it's just like whatever.
You know,
it's like the Waffle House.
It's not bad. It is. Yeah, it's basically like just Southern food. I mean, anybody from like the Midwest in general would like Cracker Barrel.
Yeah,
especially like people like Wisconsin and Minnesota, they'd love that shit.
I don't know anybody who wouldn't like Cracker Barrel. I wouldn't fucking eat there every day, but.
And plus, there's all the memes of like blacks being like anytime they walk in and they hear the creak of the floor, they're like, I want this racism. They're like the racism gives the food the flavor. Like, yeah.
I've never heard that.
Yeah,
But.
no, blacks love that shit, and I'm not surprised. And if you look at a picture,
I mean, it's
of that
fucking
chick who's in,
chicken fried steak, dude. What's not to like?
yeah, and
Southern comfort food.
obviously the chick who's in charge of this.
Yeah,
just look at a photo of her. You already know she's a fucking Jew.
I don't think she is actually.
Well,
who's Slav? Every time you see anything and you go something I don't like, you go that person's a Jew. Have you ever not had that response to anything?
Well, look,
it's like Dustin Nemos. I was just like, who's not a Jew? Her last name is Messino. It's not a Jewish last name.
Yeah, and people get the. But what about her mother? What's her mother's maiden name?
Fells.
Let's look at that.
It's not exactly a Jew. She has a hyphenated name. I don't know about her mother's maiden name. I don't think.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I don't think that kind of information is available.
Anytime something negative happens, I just automatically
I know
you do, and I'm rarely disproven. I am very rarely disproven.
You're often disproven. You just kind of toss those to the side.
But yeah, so anyways,
no early life section on Julie Fells Messino.
Yeah, I already tried looking it up. Dude.
You and me both, brother. You and me both.
So anyways, on Bathhouse, you were asking me about my opinion on Zondami, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Mondami?
The
New
before
York?
I got hung up on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So this whole Jews are like scared if he gets elected. It's a fucking ruse. So I'm gonna tell you how this is gonna work out. Are you familiar with the Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society?
Hebrew Immigrant. They're the ones who give the loans.
They're the ones who funnel all of the fucking third world into Europe and America.
Dude, there's a million fucking Christian organizations that do
No.
shit. There are so many.
They're the biggest ones. They're the ones most responsible.
You have any evidence? Do you have any evidence to prove the claim that they are the most responsible?
Well, first off, they brag about it. One. Secondly, you've seen that video of this Jew lady, Barbara Sterner. She said that, and this is a thing from like the Barbara Sterner, something like that. And it was like a video from the interview from the 90s, or like from the late 90s. And she said, we Jews, like this is quote on video. She said, we Jews are the ones who are going to be at the forefront of bringing multiculturalism to Europe and the rest of the West.
No, I've seen that.
Yeah, and then she says, and we will be demonized for it, but we have to do it. So it's literally Kalergi plan. And Hebrew Immigrant Aid Society just in North and South America, excluding America and Canada, has 3,400 immigrant aid stations.
Sorry, say this again. Say that what you just said again.
They have like 3,000 locations, like site offices. Okay. Where just in North and South America, they are the ones who are funneling. And plus, there's this rabbi, his name Todi, Rabbi Rose Todi Steen or some, not Steen, but he's got like some super Israeli name. But you can look it up. He literally says Islam is the broom of Israel.
What do you mean the broom of Israel?
Islam is the broom of Israel. So what they want to do is they destabilize the West. Just how Netanyahu labels all the Palestinians, every single one, as terrorists. Yeah. He does that, and then in the same breath he says, and we will ship them to places like Italy and Greece. So he's literally openly saying that Israel's primary export, besides finished diamonds, and Israel has no diamond mines, is their biggest export and import is terrorism, by their own word. So it is interesting but you got to say Randy Fine, who's the congressman from Florida, who is like the most deranged fucking
Jewish dude.
He
But
needs
he,
to
but he
starve.
now
He-
granted, he was doing this for his own benefit. But when they were issuing refugee claims essentially to Gazans in the United States, he basically like just put an end to it. Now, granted, it's over Jew stuff and not this, but if you think there's like some crazy Kalergi plan to get them all in here, he would be like, yes, more of them.
It's real. It's real. I'm telling you. And so what's going to be happening is if this Muslim fuck gets elected to office, I wish Corinne Fisher was still in the race. But that dumb broad can't even properly fill out paperwork. So that just goes to show. I wanted her to be in the running, so all the other candidates could just do an entire smear campaign on how much of a whore she is.
Oh, dude, I wanted her to be in the running just because then we can make fucking sick content for her about like shitting on all the other people.
Yeah. So what's going to be happening is if he gets elected, he's going to be importing so much of these fucking ragheads and walking window curtain people. There's gonna be like official.
You're saying
like,
the mayor of New York is going to be importing people? I don't think is that a mayoral power? That's generally a federal thing. No? I mean, all he's going to do is just keep the status of a sanctuary city, which New York already is. So all he's going to do is keep the status quo.
He's going to be facilitating the import of all these fucking goat humping camel jockeys. I'm telling you, man.
But the city is already set up for that. That's nothing new. Like he's not going to do anything to make it easier for them. It couldn't be easier to come here.
Sharia,
Dude, I fucking hope there's going to be Sharia law here because my wife has been not shutting the fuck up since I met her. Dude, if I don't have to hear women talk, man,
just hit her. What the fuck? Do your duty as a
until
husband.
the law allows it, Slav, I'm not allowed to do that. But once Sharia law gets implemented, the tide is going to turn.
You didn't marry no tattletale. I met your wife. She's nice.
No, she's
not tell on you.
No, she's not telling on me, but she talks a lot. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is with the Mamdani thing is, I mean, this is the craziest thing about how like liberal some Jews are. Which whenever people are like, oh, Jews do this, I'm like, no, it's the fucking super liberal ones who do all this shit. But they're going to vote for Mamdani. That's the craziest part. Is there's one section of Jews who are like, this guy's going to be so bad. And then most of them are going to still vote for him because they're like, well, I can't vote for Curtis Sliwa and Andrew Cuomo's a disaster. They're going to vote for him.
I mean, I gotta give some respect to Sliwa because it's like, yeah, good luck getting elected as a Republican in New York.
I mean, Giuliani did it.
But that was back when New York wasn't completely brain rot retarded with, progressivism. But he just does it every time the election comes up for mayor. He's like, nobody else is coming from my position. So
yeah, I mean, I met Curtis a few weeks ago. He's a funny guy. Seems. And
he likes
fairly.
He could have appealed. He could have appealed to single cat ladies.
Yeah, and he's honestly a lot of his policies. He's like, yeah, I want to make shit more affordable, like all the stuff that everybody wants. It's just he has that fucking R in front of his name, and it just goes, yeah. He's just. I mean, I don't think the beret helps him. It makes him seem a little off.
Yeah. I mean, but I guess he's at his age. He ain't changing his ways. I mean,
well, he said if he'll win, he'll get rid of the beret. No, but he said he'd get rid of the beret if he won.
But you know how like the Jews have their own communities and community services in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Where
yeah,
it's gonna, if he gets elected, there's gonna be that shit with these fucking ragheads. So,
you think they don't have that already? You think there's no like Muslim community?
No, it's gonna be like full out no-go zones, like how they have in France.
Yeah, I doubt that.
They're gonna
New Yorkers.
It was already bad. It was already bad enough when they have like those mass Muslim prayers in Times Square.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
John Rocker was right.
Yeah, he was ahead. That man was ahead of his time. No doubt about that. No doubt about that with John Rocker. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not. Like, he's definitely not going to be good for New York, but I don't know why they can't just put someone forward who's like would be a decent candidate. But I guess at this point it's just too late.
And what's going to suck is there are going to be so many people that are going to leave New York City. And then just like how it happened here in Texas and all these California homosexuals, I'm not going to repeat that mistake. Move here.
Thank you, Slav. That is honestly very nice of you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, all these British cigarettes. And these
there you go.
Sticks,
there you go.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm learning.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, I'm adapting.
Yes.
But yeah, they come here and they vote the same way they do, and it's like you guys don't think about like why you left.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I think the people who are like, we're leaving New York, those are the same people who are like, if Trump gets elected, I'm moving to Canada. It's pure fucking bluster. They don't do it. They're like, I live in the Upper East Side. I'm not going anywhere. So like, I live in a fucking $3 million brownstone or $5 million brownstone on the Upper East Side. They're not going fucking anywhere, man. All they're going to do is just complain like they do. They just make these fucking empty threats, empty promises, and they just complain, and that's it. And I didn't realize half of my head was out of frame. Sorry. But yeah, anyways, they're not going anywhere.
But what is it? I'm going to just finish it with this. You know what? Just let New York burn down. It happened in the 70s. It happened in the 70s, and then they just had to come back like 70s and 80s and early 90s. Let it get so bad that they literally have to be like, we're bringing Hitler back to life, dog. We need like the most.
I don't think that we're gonna go from Mamdani to Hitler 2.0, but I think that might be a little wishful thinking on your part. But yeah, I don't like. He's gonna like. I mean, I want him to win. I don't want him to win, but I do want to see how stupid these fucking city-run grocery stores are gonna be. But yeah, some people will go move to New Jersey. It's 5 minutes away. Like. I mean, I'm sure some people will go be like, yeah, I'll live in New Jersey if it's costing me way more money to live in New York City. But I don't know. People talk so much shit here. And then like clockwork, the vacancy rate is still like the fucking lowest it's ever been because people still want to live in this city no matter what. Like they still come here.
And then
hordes of them.
He said he also wants to tax white communities and place a higher tax on white people.
Yeah.
So this comes to the point where some people are going to advocate for a thing I want. There needs to be a box where you self-identify. There needs to be a box that says Jew. And a lot of people who were against that were Jews saying, oh, this is reminiscent of 1930s Germany where, you know, if you
I mean, I always check the white box personally whenever I have to check a box.
I'm multiracial Latino descent.
Well, it depends. If I'm trying to do like an audition for like a commercial or something, then I'm like other, please book me. All right, Slav, I gotta let you go. Good talking to you, man. Slav, everybody.
Later.
All right, everybody. If you're on hold, stay on hold. I will get to you. Hello, you're on Low Value Mail.
Hello, Mr. Danny.
Hey, what's up? You sound like shit. Are you on speakerphone?
Oh, am I?
I don't know.
I sound like shit?
It just kind of sounded a little weird. You sounded a little
Let me
weird.
turn it down. Does it sound better now? Okay.
Yeah, that sounds better.
That sounds good. I wanted to talk to you about the finance capitalism and something I was learning about from Michael Hudson.
Okay.
And I think I've spoke to you about this before, how the entire problem with Ukraine is they want to go and get all the land so they can use it as collateral for new loans. And that's why they've been...
Who wants to use Ukraine as collateral for loans?
Europe, basically France and Germany is what he was saying, Michael Hudson.
Okay.
I don't know if you watched the interview when I posted it or not.
I don't think I saw it. I don't think I saw it. But give me the skinny here.
So he's the second person that I've heard this from. Is basically Europe and most of the countries are getting close to a financial meltdown, and everybody's been printing out money like crazy, and it kind of seems like they're all in a race to see who can go down first. So China has been selling off a lot of our treasuries, and mainly France and Germany have been so apt at trying to get Ukraine use the land as collateral to get more loans against what is it, the IMF or
like the World Bank or World Bank or something.
Yeah, the World Bank, and basically not to go under. And whoever doesn't go under first is basically going to be the one that takes over. That's why this whole thing with BRICS and then getting off the U.S. dollar is so important. That's why they've been purchasing up so much land in Ukraine. That's why they're trying to go and go after South America so they can go and get the reserves of the resources to use that as collateral again for future loans. That's why Greenland was so important. That's why Canada was so important. These major just land sources that no one can occupy because we don't have enough people.
Yeah.
But it will be something that you can bet against to go and borrow money off of.
Interesting. So then is the theory here that like one of these European nations will literally own land in Ukraine, but just privately?
Well, remember that's what BlackRock was setting up to go and develop the area.
Develop the Ukraine?
That, but yeah, BlackRock had from the beginning contracts that they were setting up to basically get awarded. They had already gotten awarded the contracts to rebuild Ukraine. And so right now, the battle right now, I talked to you in Patreon about the gold thing I wanted to ask you about.
Yeah.
But so the battle is first, the U.S. started putting tariffs out on against everybody, and especially China. And then China retaliated with selling off treasuries, and a lot of these BRICS countries want to sell off treasuries, but they can't do it too quickly because that'll bring them down as well, and it'll drastically reduce the worth of anything that's in the future, because then it'll just cause like a huge slump and a fall in the prices of it. And so then to go against any of that, like the hedge against that, they were buying a shit ton of gold. China mainly was.
Yeah.
And the way that we're going to retaliate that is that apparently COMEX and the London Bullion Exchange are the ones that set basically the prices of gold through these ETFs. And I didn't know this, and I was wondering why all these people that were basically scam artists were trying to get people to purchase all this gold. I mean, if you have all this gold, why wouldn't you hold on to it if it's worth so much? Why are you exchanging it for dollars?
Right.
So what are you planning on in the future? And so then I started to learn about the COMEX and the London Bullion Exchange, where they can go and make these ETFs, and basically they're the only ones in the world that can go and set the prices.
Well, I don't. What do you mean by set the prices? Because as far as I understand,
so they can print out a bunch of ETFs.
Yeah, but the price of gold is still just supply and demand of those. Like those instruments just represent
revealing how much gold they have.
I think they're heavily audited. Like if you're an ETF, like I don't think you just be like, we have this much gold and just kind of fudge it. As far as I understand, like that stuff is pretty heavily regulated. Like I don't think like
but that's how the
GLD ETF.
That's how the gold reserve started.
Yeah.
I mean, they can pretty much do the same thing, and the Federal Reserve was basically started with banknotes, and they never audited it. So it's like you could almost say that these guys could pretend that they have more gold than they do, or basically crash it. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I guess they say they have way more gold and just like bring a bunch of supply, essentially being like, we have all this supply, and then it would tank the price of gold. What's the purpose of tanking the price of gold?
Well, it would be retaliation against if China sells off our treasuries, and they're relying on having all these gold reserves to keep BRICS up.
Interesting. Because I know a lot, like a big part of that whole paper that was based on the whole tariff strategy was they haven't done a few of the things, but they were basically going to say, like, if you you start selling all our treasuries or support a BRICS currency, we're going to increase the tariffs, essentially penalize you for going against the United States. I don't know if they're actually acting on that. Like, I remember there was one thing where they were like, we're going to start charging a user fee on treasuries, which seemed crazy to me, but because you buy treasuries essentially to, pay you some sort of interest to loan the government.
And here's the other thing also about China is that a lot of people, they have a, about Evergrande.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the whole Evergrande.
Okay, so that's still a problem. They've just kind of been pushing it back. And so they're kind of doing the same thing as the rest of the countries that are trying to buy up all this land. They're printing out all this money, investing it in these shady little cities, and nobody lives in these ghost towns. And for a long time, people would just go and purchase these condominiums and not use them. They would not renovate them.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, though, in China. I have this guy who I know who's maybe like one of the smartest investors I know. Like, he used to work on Wall Street, and he lived in China for I think 10 years. And they're not allowed to invest in, I think if you're just a regular Chinese citizen, the only really thing you can invest in is real estate there. I don't think you're allowed to invest in the stock market. And their whole thing is that they buy these fucking condos, and they're like it's like a pair of Jordans, where they're more valuable if nobody's ever lived in them, which is so weird because the purpose of real estate is you rent it out, but in China, it's the opposite.
Well, the reason also is because it's like bad juju. I forgot it's not feng shui, but it's a thing where
something like that. Yeah, they're very superstitious.
Yeah. But the other thing is China's been buying up land also in America.
Yeah.
And Florida, I think we're one of the only people that started to make it illegal, but it's become a real problem where we're selling out our country. And so it kind of goes back to that theory about people basically using land and property as collateral, and then the land that has the resources under it is an extra little bit of collateral as well.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree on that. Chinese bought up tons of land in Vancouver and all over Canada, and essentially they buy them, they leave them vacant, and it just drives the price of housing up, and it caused a real real estate issue in Canada. Affordability for sure is insane. If people think shit's expensive in America, it is way more expensive in Canada for your just average house. It's crazy there now, and a lot of it had to do with just Chinese people coming over and just literally buying up tons of shit.
Yeah.
No,
I guess I won't stay on too much longer because you got probably other people. But how did you like me cucking that black guy?
I didn't know that about you. I didn't know that. I mean, I remember you mentioning it, but I didn't know that side of you. So you're a white bull. That must be you're like a bull diversity hire.
Yeah.
And you don't
a lot of
and that I guess this is a stupid question, but you don't nothing weird that there's just some dude sitting in a chair that you just fuck his girl.
I have a sex addiction.
Okay.
So I just need to get, I need to fuck constantly.
Gotcha.
And so, I like not having to lie to women and just get it out of my fucking system because I don't want to waste my time on dinner or,
Sure.
doing that shit.
Yeah.
And, you always hear people being like, yo, I fucked your wife. I bet you they fucking could not stomach it. Fucking people, because it's not easy.
Yeah, you gotta perform.
Quite a
yeah, I bet. And they're probably not. Are they? What's the average rating of these women who want to fuck them in front of their husbands?
On how fucking like bad my sex addiction's going. Like I'll just throw it to sometimes some 5s or shit, but yeah, that's if I'm really bad. I haven't been like that in a while.
If you're down bad, you'll go fuck some 5s.
Yeah, usually I got that one I'm gonna try to bang with my wife. I got another one going that's a single chick that will probably bang around with my wife when she gets back.
And so your wife's like in on this whole thing. She's just like, she understands your addiction.
My wife,
you guys are just swingers.
Like one of the first conversations we had, like when she first got to know me, was I was telling her about my subs that I had, and I guess she really liked that because I guess that turned her on, and I mean she's fucking beautiful too. I'm fucking so lucky. I have a 25-year-old wife that's a fucking smoking hot blonde with green hair. I mean, green eyes, blonde hair.
Nice. Yeah, and understanding of all this stuff.
She's very understanding.
Crazy, man. That's I mean, I guess addictions come in all shapes and sizes, I suppose. Do you ever like bring some chicks where she's like, oh God, like this chick's gross?
My wife hates that I'm a little bit of a chubby chaser sometimes. So I like some plus size girls.
Yeah.
But usually I don't do that to her. If I'm gonna do that, I'll go out.
And does she ever find chicks for you? Like, is she ever out there scouting too?
Nah, I'm not gonna fucking make her do that unless we went to like a party and then like there was.
Do you do like swingers clubs and stuff?
Yeah, we've done a few swingers clubs. I think I told you in the fucking the chat that I started to tell you about. We were couple swapping with the guy that was special forces, and he was involved in Panama.
Oh yeah.
It's called
like the Contras.
He met the leader, and I think he's kind of gone MIA recently, and I think because he does a lot of work in South America, and I saw some of the stuff in South America, but he was showing me pictures. Actually, I made it a little awkward. You had that alt history guy, right?
Yeah.
You had him on your show?
Uh-huh.
And he was talking about that flight that was involved in the Iran Contras that went down in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I started to ask him about that if any of his friends. I was a little drunk. He was showing me like pictures of, but he didn't take it too personally.
Oh, crazy life, man. All right, gotta let you go. But thanks. Good talking to you.
Yeah.
All right. Weird stuff. Weird, wild stuff. Pablo.
Hello.
Yo, what's up, buddy?
Doing good, Danny. Doing good. It's a day off. Great day. Great to hear from everybody who's a scrote.
Yeah. What's a day off look like for you?
Well, you know, I got a hemorrhage disc in my back, so it's not going great.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
dude.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
But no worries.
Man, back shit is like, man, back problems are the worst because you're like, you can't even find the spot that's like bugging you. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're like, oh, I could just like massage it. You're like, it's like one of those things where you can never actually like find the spot.
Yeah, and it's worse because it's pinching a nerve. So if I lay down, I feel great. The second I stand up, it's immediately pressure, and I immediately feel like I'm just going to fall to the ground.
Oh, God. So are you just laying in bed right now?
Basically, I'm talking to ChatGPT about what to do to my race car. you know, pass the time.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So what's up, Pablo?
Well, you know, you brought up the Trump is approved attacks on cartel members in Mexico, and as a member of the Latin community, I felt that it is appropriate for me to weigh in on this.
Yeah, let's hear it.
And you know, it is strange. It is strange. I'm conflicted about this because, as one, I feel more American than Mexican, even though I do like Mexico. I don't like the idea of him basically starting a war without congressional or citizens' approval. Just kind of said, fuck it, we're doing it. But I'm okay with it because the cartels are assholes. And not sort of like, oh, this dude's an asshole. They're murderers, rapists. They're really bad people. So I'm okay on that half also.
Yeah, I mean, I just was reading, like, literally right before this, that some town in Mexico where they actually don't even have a cartel problem, and 6 heads were found in a blanket. So, but again, as long as they keep that, obviously in Mexico, as long as that doesn't come over the border, at some point you're like, well, that's not our problem. It's unfortunate that that's on the doorstep of America, but it's not in America. But then I do agree that, like, but you know what? I actually, as I'm saying this, I go, it's so stupid because the war on drugs is such an abject failure. And if you think you're like, oh, we're just going to like eliminate the cartels and there'll be no more drugs, it's never going to happen. The supply will always meet demand. The demand is incredibly high in this country, and the supply will make it here regardless of what they do to the cartels. Like, you want to move them, yeah, like that. Like, as I'm saying this, I'm like, that's not going to do shit.
Right. I mean, it might be like temporary, right? Like, you might have 5 years where, like, hey, drugs are more expensive. There's less of it, but very quickly, right after that, you go, all right, now instead of from Mexico, they're coming from Canada.
Yeah.
We don't know why. Yeah.
Exactly.
So you don't know why. Sure.
Or they'll come not from Mexico. I mean, maybe they'll come by boat or something. Like, they will figure out. It is, the ultimate cat and mouse game. They'll figure out a way. Like, even Australia, landlocked, or, completely not landlocked. Sorry. It's surrounded by water. Drugs still make it in Australia. It's the farthest fucking place on earth.
Yeah.
And now, yes, prices are crazy for drugs there, but they still make it there. So, you got to figure, like, him attacking the cartels, but I guess it's just from the America First. There is an America First element to it, but then there's also, like, now you're sending troops, and they are talking about literally, like, sending troops into Mexico from the sounds of it.
Right. And it's one of those things where I feel like Trump thinks it would be fairly easy, which, I mean, technically speaking, would be easy. The American military, largest military on earth, second to none except themselves.
Yeah.
Right. Like, the second biggest military is the military. But also the cartels have a lot of money and they have way more weaponry than most people think of. Like, cartels have taken down armored helicopters before. All it takes is one, then we have a Black Hawk Down situation. The last thing I want is for American soldiers being held hostage in Mexico and to see what kind of
shitstorm that causes.
Would rain down.
Oh man,
yeah,
that would be a disaster. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it's not like the Mexican military. It's not like it's a small military and they have problems with the cartels. It's not like they can just fucking stomp them out easily.
Yeah, and it really is just that. Like, my fear is if there's one helicopter that goes down, you have American soldiers that are now being held hostage by the cartels. I'm not sure that Trump would hold back and not just send in the entire military.
Yeah.
Just like, listen, we're just gonna carpet bomb Mexico now because they're not giving us the hostages. You go, all right, well, this isn't what I wanted.
So what you're saying is go long avocado futures.
No. So, there's also that. Everybody talks about avocados. And there was a couple of stories about how the cartels, in order to make more money, they realized that avocados were more profitable than weed and cocaine, I believe. But, Mexicans are hardy people. And in order to get back against the cartel members that would just show up to avocado farms and go like, hey, dude, you pay tax now. Yeah. And the avocado farmer's like, fuck you, I don't pay taxes. And they go, well, we're going to kill your family if you don't pay taxes. And the dude just goes, all right, I'll just burn the whole field down. And they would just burn their entire avocado fields. So,
So this
is
in line with my avocado future play.
Listen, man, avocados might get expensive. I don't know. I don't know if you can buy stock.
Sounds like the price is going up.
I don't know.
I don't know if there even is such a thing as avocado futures, but I don't know if that exists, but yeah, no, I mean, dude, if this shit started going down, man, fucking Mexican sentiment in this country it would probably not be great to be or I don't know how good it is now, but it would definitely not be great to be a Mexican in America if they're like fucking cartels are killing American soldiers.
Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't it be great? Which is why, this is what I'm saying. Why I'm very conflicted on it, because the cartel members are genuinely evil people who regularly kill, murder, rape, and torture people on a daily basis.
Yeah, I know.
On a daily basis. And it's, there was quite a few documentaries on cartels, just 4 or 5 years ago, and then just people kind of got bored of it. They're like, all right, we get it. Cartels are bad, and let's move on. And they're like, yeah, you move on. They don't. They keep doing that shit every day. Yeah. Like, you can move on. You can get bored of it. But this is still happening to a lot of Mexicans. And, just you guys thought, not talking about it doesn't make it go away.
No. And at the end of the day, it's just like, their whole business is just drugs. I mean, the easiest solution, this would never happen, would just be legalize drugs, but they would never do that.
No, they, this is a Mexican
It sounds like
problem,
they're descheduling weed though, but I don't think weed is a big profit center for the cartels anymore. It's all just like fentanyl and coke, and apparently they make tons of money on gasoline. Gasoline, like illegal gasoline is, I didn't realize it's like billions of dollars a year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can sell gasoline anywhere, and gasoline's not illegal.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how they get it.
It's just
they steal it.
Well, they steal it.
Yeah.
It's literally, it would be like a scene out of Breaking Bad. Like, they just steal from tankers, or they'll steal directly from the refineries.
Yeah, like straight from the refineries. That's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Anyway, that's all I really had to say about it. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure how to feel on that.
Yeah,
so
I don't know, but it does sound like it's actually happening, like somewhat imminently. Like they're like the way what I was reading is like there was 3 unnamed military personnel, and again, these things do change, but it sounds like their plan is like to go in, especially after designating them terrorist organizations. Like they have the ability to do so, and I don't know what the whole congressional element of it is, but Congress is also supposed to vote on any tariffs, and he kind of figured out a way to bypass that. So yeah, so we'll see. All right, Pablo. Yeah. Good talking to you, man.
Everyone.
Pablo, everybody. All right, 6 more calls here. We got 40 more minutes. Phone lines are open. Probably got room for a few more callers if you want to get in the queue. And we are going to, I don't know where. God damn it, people. Unmute your shit. Oh, I missed a super chat from Pablo, I think, asking Aaron about big booty Latinas. I can speak for Aaron. He likes the big booty Latinas. Hello. You're on Low Value Mail.
You talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you. Who am I speaking with? You're on Low Value.
Oh, dear Lord. They said my name was Aaron. My name ain't
no
Aaron.
Your name's not Aaron. No,
JimBob.
I was talking about the mayor from earlier. JimBob. Is that I like that name. JimBob. What's up, JimBob?
So technically, like, James Robert, but whatever.
Right. Yeah, JimBob's dude. JimBob is way better than James Robert.
Yeah, it sounds like you say like James Robert, then you sound like it's some sort of like, English dude.
Yeah, no need to fancy it up. Yeah.
All pretentious.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever been there? Man, I've been everywhere. All right.
Have you, JimBob?
Oh, how you doing there? I'm doing good, man. Yeah, but I was looking at some poll by a guy named Ryan.
Yeah.
Or Aron Lam.
Yes, sir. Are Jews
yeah,
white?
And he said, like...
Am I white?
Well, I thought he was talking about you.
He was talking about me.
And so, I was just saying, like, I looked at you a couple times. I've seen a couple of your videos.
I'm pretty tanned right now.
I'm 95% certain you are Iranian.
I'm Iranian. I don't think I have a drop of Iranian blood in me.
And you said something about being born in the Caucasus Mountains or something like that.
My family, my family is from literally like the Caucasus mountain range.
Okay, well, the Iranians controlled that at one point. So
that's true.
I'm just saying, I think you're Iranian.
Interesting. I mean, you know what? When I get a tan, I will say when I get a tan, I do look a little Iranian. Maybe I'm getting like a fucking 23 in me that I didn't know existed right now.
Yeah, you got that beard too you're growing?
Yeah. So, well, I've always had that.
Obviously, there's something going on there.
Yeah, maybe I got a little Persian in me. Huh. Interesting.
Oh, Lord. Well, like last night or what?
JimBob. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, definitely, this is one of my favorite discourses of Are Jews White? I think it came because we posted that sketch today, and then Leather Apron Club commented on it, being like, ahem, I don't think you're all white. Something to that effect, in response to me. And again, it's funny just because, like, this is a comedy sketch. But the funny thing is like, I've actually, but I've wanted to actually, like, do this in, like, stand-up. But I feel like this discourse is so online that if I start going on stage being like, yeah, people don't think I'm white. People like, and I'm in like a comedy club in New York City, people are going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't know if your average person knows the discourse of like, are Jews actually white? Like, I think that's like so online that if I were to start talking about this, people would be like, what are you even talking about?
Oh, yeah, hell. Well, two things.
Yeah.
One, yeah, they probably wouldn't, because the online world is crazy as shit. No one really pays attention to it besides like 5% of just wackos that like to drive themselves nuts. I don't know why.
100% of my audience.
Myself included. Well, there you are. Yeah. I heard somebody, Pablo, and he had that autistic guy who likes to have sex with anything that moves. So, that's nice. But, the other thing is, like, Jews are kind of white. I don't know. You go through history, and actually the tribe of Dan apparently settled pretty much like Scotland.
Jews are, a lot of Jews are white, but like, it's like, are Christians white?
Well, that's the whole thing, because Jews, they're a little weird because they associate that with genetics.
Sure.
You can't be a Jew unless your mother was a Jew.
Yeah. Well, that's just because we're a very exclusive club. It's just a very exclusive club. That's all. That's all that is.
Yeah, I'm trying to join, man, because I want a new mortgage rate at 0%.
That is also one of my favorite things.
I can get in that club.
Dude, that is one of my favorite things, is that when people online are like, do you know Jews can get 0% loans? And I'm like, well, and look at me with a fucking sucker. Every Jew is like, what are you talking about? There's no 0% loans. There are, like, similar to the Islamic thing, like, because Muslims have, there's like Muslim mortgages and there's like kosher mortgages, where essentially it's literally like a total religious loophole where they go, it's like, wink, this is 0%. And then the way they amortize it is you go, yeah, you paid 6% interest a year on your mortgage.
Oh, yeah. Well, you do the same thing with mob, man. You borrow money from them. They're like, yeah, no big deal. It's easy. And then,
Well, the mob, you're paying
later, like, fucking, where's the VIG?
Yeah, you're paying heavy VIG with the mob.
Where's the VIG?
Yeah, but like people all the time, like in my comments, be like, yeah, these fucking, I wish I was Jewish. I didn't have to pay these loans. And you're like, you think I pay 0% loans? You think I have, literally, if you have a 0% loan, it's quite literally an infinite money glitch if you could get a loan for 0%.
Yeah, but if you're not also paying the loans, then you're just, there's other favors you got to do.
Sure. There is this like Jewish organization in New York that when someone brought it up, or when I somehow found it, and they do give 0% loans. They're like essentially a charity. And the crazy thing is, you don't even have to be Jewish to get a loan. They're just a Jewish organization. And I go, that's the least Jewish shit I've ever heard of in my life. It's a Jewish organization, gives out 0% loans. You don't even need to be Jewish to get it. Can you believe that, JimBob?
Well, could you send me their information?
Yeah, it's called,
nice.
I'll tell you right now, Jewish, you Google it, Jewish, interest-free, free loan. And I think they have them everywhere, but there's one in New York, Jewish Free Loan Association. It's a nonprofit organization offering 0 interest, 0 fee loans to individuals, families, students, small businesses. And if you look at the fucking front page, it's like there's a Hispanic woman, there's a couple black people. It's like an old Hispanic guy, regular whites. They're just giving out money. Yeah, it's wild. Anyway, JimBob.
Well, that's what the Jews are known for.
That's news to me. JimBob, I gotta let you go though. Good talking to you, man.
Peace.
JimBob, everybody. All right. This is a very foreign number. I don't know what the fuck this is. Stay on the line. I'll get to you. Actually, I'm going to close the phone lines because I don't think we have room for any more calls. Hello. You're on Low Value Mail. Where the hell are you calling from?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, man? My name's James.
What's up? How's it going, man?
Yeah, man, I live over in the UK right now.
Oh, okay.
And
Nice.
just-
An American in the UK?
Trying to, yeah.
How's that?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why? Do you mind if I ask why you live there?
Oh, marriage.
Marriage. Oh, okay. So you got married. Where are you from originally in the States? What state? You don't have to be
Georgia.
So you're from Georgia and you moved to London or just somewhere else in the UK?
Yeah, London.
London's actually a sick city.
I live like in a nice area.
yeah. London is actually a pretty cool city. I had been there once like 20 years ago, and then we went there a couple of years ago for a comedy, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot how awesome London is. Wouldn't want to live there, but nice city. Nice city. So what's up, man?
I was calling to see if you've seen the stuff going on over here, man. It's crazy.
What's going on over there?
With
I have seen. I saw the
flags
thing.
and stuff.
The Slavs?
The flags.
Oh, the slags. Well, I saw that thing where a bunch of UK. They did like a UK cat call. Like the police did a cat calling sting. Is that a big story over there? Where these two?
I mean, it was kind of it was just one of those funny headlines, really.
Yeah, because it was like one of those things where like these two female cops who were 6s maybe went for a jog and then they were getting honked at and then they fucking arrest these guys, I guess.
Those are London 9s, baby.
London. If it wasn't for the teeth. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't, we get a lot of the news in the UK about like, what are you guys? No, that was Australia with the machetes. I mean, I know we all know about all the fucking free speech stuff over there or lack thereof. But for the most part, no, I don't follow too much UK news.
I mean, it's just now the big thing is they're talking about like people are putting up the English flag and then people are freaking out, calling it racist and stuff.
Oh, really?
And so, yeah,
that's like
a new thing.
Dude, honestly, I mean, Ryan was saying it, but it's so true. Is like everywhere is like fucking 5 years behind America. Like that's the same thing that was going on in Canada, where like Canada was you couldn't fly a Canadian flag. Everybody was like ashamed of it, and then Trump's like, I'm gonna fucking invade Canada, and all of a sudden everybody's like, oh, you know what? This Canadian flag's not so bad after all.
Yeah, I know, man. I feel the same way with my Confederate flag. It's cool.
Yeah. Hey, no, I mean, fucking producer for the Boys Cast is literally Southern royalty. Yeah, wasn't there something in a UK school where it was like some girl wore like a UK like flag like clothing and she got like sent home? Like they said it was like problematic or something?
Yeah, I mean that happened. It's a story every week. I mean, and then it's just littered with constant things about migrants raping people. So
and is it really like an issue where kind of everybody like you know in private talks about this stuff?
I don't really talk to a lot of people in private. I don't really have a lot of people I know here.
Oh, really?
So I'm just kind of but yeah, I mean, I get the sense that like people are getting pretty fed up with it, even like, and the people are pretty liberal for the most part, you know, here. So
yeah,
when they start sort of flipping, you know, like what's going on? What are we doing? But they just keep making the worst decisions in the world.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem is sometimes they're so hard to correct these things when you do them for so fucking long. I mean, obviously the mass immigration stuff, like it seems like America and maybe some like, you know, Eastern European countries are the only ones who are like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. Everyone else is like, yeah, we're just fucking onward and upward. Let's just keep going with this until the country is unrecognizable.
I just don't understand what the benefit of it is. Is it really just short-term gain that they're going for?
It's. I mean, my theory is that you know the economy is it's this Ponzi scheme, and you just need more people. And I imagine the birth rates aren't very high in the UK. I don't know if they're above. Do you know if they're above replacement in the UK?
Certain communities.
Certain communities.
I think I saw like one. I think I saw like 1.5.
Yeah,
1.5 or 1.6. So
it's
around
1.44 is the birth rate in England and Wales. 2.1 is replacement. So basically, if you want to keep this fucking economy going, you just need more fucking people because people are just.
The migrants are out there trying, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're the only ones doing it. They're the only ones who are like, yeah, we'll have fucking 6 kids. Sure. That's what we do.
We won't worry about a thing like consent.
Yeah, but well, I mean, even not even that. Even if it's their wives, they're just like, yeah, they have tons of kids, and then white people are like just complaining where they're like, yeah, we're getting replaced, and you're like, yeah, you are kind of getting replaced, and you're doing nothing to fix that, like nothing to help it. It's like the problem is just like whites just like generally do not want to go have fucking 6 kids, unless there's some ultra religious people
are heating up on. It does feel like things are heating up on that front in terms of, people's feelings about things.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I do kind of, you see like the boiling frog meme, and it kind of is that. But I honestly feel like the frog's actually been boiled, like on this.
Yeah,
like, it's not even like you're like, oh, it's boiling. You're like, I honestly feel like we're too far gone on this thing because. It's, like you look at this birth rate chart from the UK, and it's been bad for 40 years, like in the UK, like it's not like super recent. Like it's been trending in the wrong direction for way, like they needed to do something about this shit literally 25 years ago, which is, a full generation. Like, I guess they could figure out something now, but even if they today were like, hey, we're going to give you $10,000 for every kid you have, really incentivize people, like $10,000 a year, maybe you don't even see the rewards of it for 20 years. Like in terms of like the workforce and all that shit, you're like, it's too late. It's way too late. The only solution is just like import people from just shittier countries. Just that's the strategy forever. Yeah, not
good looking out.
Yeah. All right, I gotta let you go, man. I got a lot of calls, but good talking to you, man.
All right, cheers, man. Have a good night.
Take care. All right. We got 5 more callers. Perfect amount to get me to 9 o'clock. All right, let's take some of these wireless callers. Hello, you're on.
What's up, Dan?
What's up, man? Who am I speaking with?
How's it going? It's Rob calling. I got a little ball and chain problem.
Uh-oh. Let's hear it.
So senior year of college here, undergrad. We got this girl. She says she loves me. I don't want a girlfriend, though. It's like, she's done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to bag some scuzz this semester.
Sure. How old are you? You're in senior year?
Yeah, 22.
Okay. Yeah, you don't. I mean, when you're 22, especially right now, if you're 22, any girlfriend you have is, I'd say 95% chance you're not going to marry her. Like the odds.
I guess. I mean, it's not quite like New York City, but yeah.
It just doesn't. I mean, unless I guess maybe like small town, it's way different. But I know very few people who are married. I know 3 people, I think, who are married to the person that they were with when they were 22. It's pretty rare.
Alrighty.
Yeah. But so anyways, so this girl's like wants to be a thing and you just want to smash?
No, I just want to like smash other chicks.
Sure. Well, you just gotta. I mean, I think you have your own answer here, man. It's like being tied down when you're 22. It's not great. It's not great.
No,
I mean, yeah, it's not super great. How long have you been dating her for?
I don't know, like 5 months. But she's like crazy head over heels. Like she's like obsessed with me. It's bad.
Oh, that's not great. That's
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like you're trying to avoid some tears, which
Yeah, I just don't think I'm going to.
You're not going to. No.
By the way, this girl's mom also hates me. This girl's mom also hates me.
Well, that's
for good reason.
Yeah, that'll be. Why does she hate? What's the reason? Why does she hate you?
Well, kind of. I was doing my thing, and my girlfriend's friend. My girlfriend got really mad at me because her friend was hitting on me.
That's not your fault.
But she's crazy. She's a psycho.
That's not great.
The ball and chain does not get happy.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't sound like you're loving this situation. So, I mean, it seems like a pretty easy decision minus the difficult conversation and all the tears that you're going to have to deal with.
Yeah, but free auto blows pretty goated.
Yeah, but I mean, sure, she does I assume you're saying she's the auto blow?
No, I am, Dad.
You have an auto blow.
No, she is the auto blow.
She's the auto blow. Yeah, I mean, those are dangerous, man. I've been in situations like that where chicks are like, they know how to keep you, and they go to the well on that a lot, and you go, man, this is pretty good. And then, but trust me, even eventually, you're gonna be like, everything else kind of makes this suck. You go, this is not going to make up for it. Yeah.
Who am I drafting in my fantasy league this year? 14
Football?
Team. I draft 14. It's a super flex. Yeah.
I don't follow football closely.
Two quarterback.
I don't follow football closely enough, and even with fantasy football is like, I don't know, a running back. I guess you want a running back. I don't know. I don't know fantasy football because it's like with the what's that? Oh, it has to be a quarterback?
It's two, but like it's a 2 QB. No, it can be your running back or receiver.
Oh.
But like quarterback's viable early because it's a 2 quarterback league with 14 teams.
Honestly, I don't know. Is Josh Allen available at 14?
Maybe.
He might be okay.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Fantasy football,
already, Dan.
Not my wheelhouse.
Already, you like this? You like it? I'm going to go with everyone's not liking this Cracker Barrel stuff.
I guess. I don't know. Seems like fucking much ado about nothing.
Who cares?
Yeah, I agree. It is one of those weird things. I don't get why people care, but people care. All right, I got to let you go, man. Thanks, dude. Okay, let's take 4 more calls. And then I am out of here on a very special Thursday night Low Value Mail. We'll be back Monday night, 7 p.m. with Howard Bloom. Look him up. Really cool dude. Hello.
Danny.
Hey, who am I speaking with?
It's Randy. We talked a couple of weeks ago about the stabbing in Traverse City.
Oh, yeah. What's up, dude? How's it going?
How's it going?
I'm well. Things are good.
Yeah, so am I. Wait, so I got a few things wrong. I mean, I looked it up. I was like, there's 18,000 people in Traverse City. I think that's just like downtown of Traverse City. There's
Traverse
definitely
City, yeah, like the core,
Michigan. Yeah.
Didn't you say it was like a million?
Yeah, I said 100,000.
Oh, 100,000.
I think. I don't know.
No, I thought you said it was like a million.
I might, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, you said
I
it was
don't
a
know
million.
numbers. we got to that at the end. I don't know numbers.
Yeah.
I'm not a number.
We figured that one out. That's for sure.
But no. I mean, I didn't.
Oh, here
really
we go. So the Traverse City Metro. Here we go. The Traverse City metropolitan area, which includes surrounding counties like Benzie, Grand Traverse, Kalkaska, and Leilani, which sounds like Hawaiian, had a population of 153,448. So, yeah, there you go. 153,448 for the entire metropolitan area.
Yeah, and then in the summer, it's a tourist town. So in the summer, it doubles.
It doubles. Yeah.
At least.
Okay. Still far off from a million,
but
we'll allow it.
Really, yeah. I'm not good at numbers.
That's fine. That's fine. What do you want to talk about?
But so I wanted to ask you about Andrew Callahan. What you thought about him recently? I
like the Hunter Biden interview. I thought was awesome. I really came away from that.
It?
I came away from that being like, man, I like Hunter Biden now.
Well, okay, so I'll be honest. I've always 100% always been like, Hunter Biden is like a bro. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I would hang out like, but I mean, like how could you not? Your dad's like VP and then he's the president. Like, how could you not take full advantage of that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, he said it well, where he's like, "What world do you think where I'm like, I'm not going to benefit from my dad being the president? It's like it's not even up to me." Like, which
yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't watch the interview. I listened to like some of it, and then I was like, eh.
Yeah, I thought
you know what I mean. But yeah. But then the fact that like right away he could be like, well, what do you think about this? It was like pretty nuts. I think Breaking Points was like, I guess he's living with them or something.
Who? Andrew Callahan's
I mean?
living with Hunter Biden?
Yeah, well, Hunter Biden's living with Andrew Callahan or something like that. But
yeah, that, I mean, probably he just fucking has a lake house, and it sounds like Hunter Biden's on a pretty permanent vacation, and Andrew Callahan just came to him.
Yeah, for sure. Well,
like.
I mean, but do you think that Hunter Biden's gonna like try to run for some sort of office or something?
No.
There's
not enough money. There's not enough money in it. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I mean, he's already got his as South Park would say, he's already got his nut.
I mean, I don't know how much money. I mean, he has so many legal problems where it sounds like he was talking about how he got this like cease and desist from Melania Trump for saying that that Jeffrey Epstein basically introduced Melania to Donald Trump, and then he got like basically they're threatening him with $1 billion lawsuit. And the way he was talking about the costs of defending himself, he's like, not going to be cheap, and he's not particularly pumped about it. Like it doesn't sound like he's just like, this is nothing. Like he's like, this is going to be a fucking $1 million that I don't have.
Yeah, well, I thought they dropped that because it's kind of hard to prove that it's not true, right?
Well, it's also written about, and he's just like, it's written about in like the New York Times or Wall Street Journal, and he's like, I was just referencing this article, so it's totally like, there's nothing to sue me over, but to go defend yourself just in America, it's just like, yeah, it just costs $1 million. You go, you'll be exonerated or you'll win, but you're like $1 million in the hole doing so. So, all right, I gotta let you go. I gotta take a few more calls, but good talking to you, Randy. Randy, everybody. Here we go. Stay online, everybody. And the phone lines are closed. Don't call in anymore. We're going all the way down to Dallas, Texas, if we can. Chris, what is happening?
Good evening. Am I on Low Value Mail with Danny Polishchuk?
You are. Am I talking to the one
how
and only
about that?
Chris? How you doing, buddy?
Get out of town, Charlie Brown.
It's good
I'm
to
doing
hear
all
from
right.
you,
How are
man.
you, bro?
I'm good. It's good to hear from you.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I've lost all my swagger, dude.
Why did you lose all your swagger?
Because I got off heroin.
Let's go.
No, I mean, it's like a bad thing, dude. Like, I'm a fucking loser now.
Wait, you thought you were some fucking sick dude on heroin? And
I mean, I have like no confidence now, and my life is lame and boring. And it's like, what do I even call in about if I'm not getting chased around by blacks anymore?
That's fine. Don't worry about it. You don't need to be getting chased around by blacks and getting stabbed and shit. I'm telling you, that's not what makes life exciting. Is just blacks chasing you around. You can
Dude.
Have you tried to pick up some hobbies maybe?
I mean, like I've been golfing a little bit.
Let's go.
I've been, like, fucking around with the racing simulator.
So that's good.
Like, do you know, like, those scenes like in Breaking Bad when like Jesse is like going to like a go-karting place and shit, just like trying to stimulate himself?
Yeah, you're kind of doing that. You're trying to find are you chasing like adrenaline kind of stuff?
Not necessarily adrenaline, just like something, dude.
Or just
You know
like,
what
are
I'm
you trying
saying?
to like distract yourself? Like, is that what it is?
You know, so yeah, pretty much. Like, nothing's as good as dope.
I am sure. You know what? I'll concede that one to you. I'm sure nothing's as golf.
Yeah.
Around with the boys probably is not as good as heroin, but
yeah,
and it might
I'm
be
trying my
more
best.
expensive than heroin golfing.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, but so how long have you been off heroin for? What are we working with right now?
Truth be told, on average, I'm probably doing it like once and a half a week, which is down like 90% from where it was the last time we were calling. So it's not like I've had a perfect streak since my last call-in, but
You've cut
more or
you've
less.
cut back a lot, but you're not totally shaking it. Now, do you have any sort of like crystallized plan for like getting to zero? Because I imagine the problem with being an occasional heroin user is it's very easy to become a regular heroin user, especially with your history.
So I kind of did, and it was interesting in that it was a product called like 7-metragenine.
Yeah, you were telling me about this, I
and-
think, last time we spoke.
Yeah, RFK like put out like a statement where he was going to recommend that the DEA schedule it as a Schedule 1 substance, and so it's on the chopping block. Florida banned it statewide like 3 days ago. It has an expiration date, surely, but it's available in like. I'm not trying to like encourage your listeners or what have you. I love my scrotes out there. If you want to get high, it's available at any smoke shop near you.
This is like
But, it's
super
like-
kratom kind of thing?
It's 13 times more stronger than morphine, and it's available at like all smoke shops. It's not kratom. It's like a metabolite of kratom, but it's like saying like, is tequila beer. I mean, it's just, they're two separate products. And I have sort of been psychologically tricking myself by saying like, because it's not exactly cheap. Like it's much cheaper than like Fent or like, no, whatever. Like, and so I'm like, if I spend my money on this, like it'll last me longer. And I don't even get high anymore anyways. Like, so it's just like maintenance, like staving off withdrawals. And I've been fucking around with that. And so that's been like a step down for sure. And that's really enabled me to sort of transition away from scoring dope in black areas of the inner city.
Sure. And now what happens if that goes away?
It's going to. And I mean, I think on our most recent call, like I had like a really bad stretch of like just being like victimized and stuff by blacks once more. And I basically told you like, dude, I've had it. And that mentality didn't go anywhere. I'm still right exactly where I was, where it's just, I've had it. Like, it's just, so I'm pretty confident that, I mean, when I said my usage is down like 90%, that's not an exaggeration. In fact, I did the arithmetic as I was leading up to this call, and it's just about true. And in fact, the last time I scored, I ran into that same guy who a year and a half ago I was telling you told me that if he ever saw me again, he was going to kill me.
Yeah.
I saw him. I saw the back of his head, so he didn't see me. But I sprinted to my car like a bitch, and it was crazy. But it was just another reminder to cut that shit out. So
I mean,
yeah,
you got to get it down
right.
to zero, though. That's the thing is like I can't see a scenario where you're just going to be a casual heroin user.
Yeah, no, I'm done with it. I mean, I've honestly, I've substituted it with just losing myself in work and some of these hobbies previously mentioned. And so I'm doing pretty okay right now. Like for instance, there are no more withdrawal symptoms. I mean, I even started seeing like a therapist, and he agreed, like it wouldn't even make sense to go to rehab right now. I'm using so sparingly. So yeah, things are looking much better. Things are looking up. That's for sure.
That's good. That's good. But yeah, I mean, I still feel like, is he trying to be like, yo, you got to get this down to zero though? Like, is that his advice or what's he saying?
Dude, it's kind of funny. I told him, I was like, the only thought that's kept me going, like up until now, is that, it's almost like I was using from the time I was on spring break when I was 17 years old until the time I was like 28. The only thought that kept me going was like, I feel like I'm just retarded enough to think I can still turn things around. And he's like, yeah, I don't think you can.
What? He's just like,
well, no, dude.
Yeah, because he wants to keep you as a fucking client for life. That's why. He's like a fucking chiropractor, this dude. He just wants to send you home with something new.
About Jewish trickery or what have you, yeah. And I was like, dude, there's no way you just said that. But the competitive side of me is sort of kicked in, and where it's like, no, I am going to turn it around. So, yeah. Yeah, things are looking up. Just as I was, as I had this call on speaker, I saw the most recent New York Post article that had certainly you're familiar with like these famous euphemisms from the New York Post.
Oh yeah, the puns, man.
Just like these euphemisms for like teens, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This most recent one I saw said pint-sized perps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like related to like a 12-year-olds. And I guess I was just wondering if you have like a historical favorite euphemism from the New York Post.
100%. It's, I mean, we've talked about it before, but it's whenever anything is comedy related, and it's no laughing matter. Every single time.
Okay.
It's always no laughing matter.
We're not on the same page exactly.
Okay.
What I meant to say is that the New York Post famously, instead of saying black people, will use euphemism.
Oh, right. They kind of
they'll say these lunchtime rowdies.
Yeah, I don't have any specifics I can think of for that.
Okay, I saw pint-sized perps earlier, and I was laughing my ass off.
Pint-sized perps is good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I was accosted by some pint-sized perps on the train a couple weeks ago.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Or
as I like to call them, YNs.
Bluetooth users. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was a little less diplomatic than Bluetooth users. Anyways, I got to let you go just because I have a heart out here because I got a show. But I got to take these last calls. But good talking to you, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah. Take it easy, man.
Chris from Dallas. Okay. 3 quick calls. 2 minutes each. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I know you've waited. Hello.
Hey, Danny, it's Tony.
What's up, Tony? How's it going, man? Sorry, this got to be quick just because I have a show that I'm going to miss if I don't get out of here.
Yeah, no problem. And some days I don't have much to talk about, but I did have a lot to talk about, but all good. I'll be quick. I'll get right to the point. My thought on calling in, are you able to pull up Instagram at all and like look through it during a call?
I mean, I can't put it on the screen. I can look at it on my phone.
Yeah, just as long as you're personally looking at it.
Yeah.
I just thought one thing that I've talked to you about on here and has been discussed is, man, Danny, you're cool, but how is no one, seeing this show and just how many followers you got on Instagram? You got a good number. You got 230, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I post it all the time.
Yeah, that's solid. But okay, so I saw someone who just has more followers than you. And then you got to think, just thinking on the same thought, like, how does this person have so many followers? So, okay, this one account is called Stalked by the Feds.
Stalked?
You ever heard of it or anything?
Stalked by the Feds. Lisa?
All one word, yeah. Yeah, it's a girl.
Oh
She's got,
yeah,
like,
I've seen her before. Yeah, I've seen her.
Yeah,
before.
what do you think on that? Is it legit or what's like? It has so many followers. What the heck?
I mean, it's so many followers just because she's a somewhat attractive woman, so that goes a long way. I mean, she has a video with 41 million views. I mean, the main thing is that she's somewhat attractive, so that'll do it for you.
Well, it's not just being a girl, because even she went overboard. Like, so I followed her because I thought, oh, that's a good thing to call into Danny about and spitball a little bit, because you just wonder the legitimacy. You just have a friend drive around and like, look, this person's staring at me or whatever. Like, it could kind of all be arranged, as a lot of stupid videos are nowadays.
Yeah.
But she went like, she's like showing how she used to be like a fat girl. She's showing like her stomach and like, look at how much skin. So I was like, what? I was not expecting this at all. So it kind of checks out with legitimate, but still, just the whole profile. Like, I don't know. Is it a form of security being public with it? Is that? I don't know. I'm just perplexed by that whole account and everything. And
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't sound like it's like a bit. She also does not like that gut. And what she looks like now, I'm like that. Honestly, I'm like, are those even the same people?
I know, right? I was totally thinking that. It almost like an AI version
like
of making yourself fat. It'd be like
generally-
a super bit. I'm telling you. Is it?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here because normally when you're like that fat, like if you slim down, there's still some remnants of it, like loose skin and whatnot. I don't know. Maybe she had surgery. I don't know, but she has like
I don't know.
Massive gut, and now she's jacked and like tiny.
Yeah, totally.
I'm trying to look at the face,
and it'd be one hell of a bit too if this is all just hey, you follow me in a car and I got to post a video on like another stalker today, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I'm
just
I don't know. Anyways, I gotta let you go. Sorry, man.
Yeah, peace, Danny. Later.
Take care. All right, 2 more calls. I hope I don't miss this show. If I do, it'll be my own doing. All right. Hello, you're on Low Value Mail. Who am I speaking with?
What's up, Daddy?
Yo.
I actually had 2 quick things I wanted to talk to you about. One involving your homeland of Canada.
Yeah, go ahead.
I watched this thing on Twitter. This dude put a video out of all these random, like, fucked up, tiny little colleges that are in like shopping malls or old mechanics buildings.
Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And they're all filled with Indians or Middle Easterners.
Well, they're all.
So that's legit.
Basically, there was a scam in Canada where they were like, you can become a permanent resident and you can get your PR card in Canada as long as you went to like these, I guess, accredited colleges. And I guess the standards were so low that all these colleges started opening up in like strip malls, these just like bullshit kind of fly-by-night colleges. And it was a total scam. Like, it was mostly Indian people. And the deal was like, you just pay a bunch of money, you go to Canada, you go to this fake college, and essentially like purchasing citizenship. And it was like, it's the reason why right now, like, affordability is really bad in Canada. They basically like 5 million Indians came in, mostly Indians, not 100%. And because they gave them these like PRs and these permanent resident cards, it's equivalent of, I guess, a green card here. And but yeah, and then the government, like, people started complaining and they were like, this is getting crazy. Like the, teen unemployment rate is like the highest it's been in, I don't know, fucking 40 years or 50, like something insane. So they cut it off.
Yeah, I saw
all these colleges had to close.
I saw it.
It was a pure scam.
Yeah, I saw it. They were like, all these people graduate. One of them was called Stanford, which I thought was really funny.
Yeah, but total.
I saw that they were like lined up out the door to get like these entry level, like basically teenager kid jobs, high school kid jobs.
Well, that's the thing.
And
they come here and then like they get these PRs and then they are to Canada. Sorry, not here, and then they end up just like doing these, job. They're willing to just take any job essentially, but now they're like, Canadian teenagers are like, yeah, I can't get a fucking job. I'm competing against like a 30-year-old.
Yeah, I think it's pretty close to the same shit happening in America.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which
but not to this
is
scale.
right.
Like the equivalent in America would be if they brought in, since 2019, 50 million people.
Well, that's right. What I was my second thing I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you about Trump talking about looking over the visas of 55 million people.
55 million visas. Yeah.
So 55 million is fucking nuts. And
But
then
those are like legal
many-
vetted. Those are the thing is like to get those
Right.
visas, it's like a serious process. And those are all people who have been like heavily vetted. I'm sure it can be gamed. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm sure people game that system, but
for sure.
I don't even know how they would go over them. I'm sure they'll find some people who are like the thing is those 55 million visas. I'm sure a lot of them are like those people's visas expired. They never left. I don't think like people on like active, because again, yeah, there are tons of people here, but if you get a visa to come to the United States, like you're contributing enough where you're probably like paying a decent amount of taxes. And, you know, I mean, you wouldn't want to live in America, but like, it'll be bad for the economy if they're like, yeah, we're just canceling 55 million visas, like work visas specifically. It's not going to be a positive.
That free? If you look at 55 million, which is insane. I didn't realize it was that much. And then,
yeah, I didn't realize it was either. I thought it would be like 5 million or something.
Right. Yeah. When I saw that number, I'm like, this is nuts. And then you figure with another 40 million are here illegally.
Yeah.
So that's like a third of the population of the country.
I mean, the thing is you can have a visa and not live in America though. Like I know lots of people who have like US like comedians and stuff who have visas and they live in Canada. And lots of people have US visas, don't even live here. So I don't exactly it honestly seemed like the way they were talking about this is like, yeah, we're just going to find out if they like Israel or not. And if they don't, we're going to cancel their visa.
Dude, I swear to God, that's a lot. I was thinking the same thing because what they did to that lady who wrote the thing for Hamas.
That's what it felt like to me is they're like, do you like talk shit about Trump and hate Israel and we're just going to cancel your visa? Because that's the thing. If you're
that's what it seems like.
Like if you're an entertainer, any kind of entertainer all over the world and you want to perform in the United States, you need a visa. But you don't live here.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta watch the Jew jokes on stage. Huh?
Yeah. You just need the visa. I mean, that'll suck if I have to go explain myself when I'm like, no, I'm one of the good ones.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna have to fucking pull up my Fox and I'm gonna have to go pull up my Fox newsreel. Be like,
you gotta pull up the poll that Ryan made.
Yeah. I go, no, you got the wrong guy. Anyways, sorry, I gotta let you go though. I'm way over time here. I'm gonna miss my spot.
Yeah, man. Real quick thing, Little Dan is I'm from Pittsburgh, where Little Dan's from.
You sound like Little Dan, actually. You kind of talk the same.
Oh,
you a wigger too?
Oh, no, I don't talk. No, I'm not a fucking wigger, dude.
You guys,
I'm telling you, that hurts.
You have like a little wiggerish in you. But I don't know if that's maybe just the Pittsburgh. I don't know if that's the Pittsburgh accent.
I guess that's terrible.
Maybe that's the Pittsburgh. Maybe that's just the Pittsburgh I'm hearing. Because I don't know the Pittsburgh accent.
It might be.
Yeah, maybe it is.
But for his case, man, I'm hoping. I know he got popped and he said he might have had some ecstasy and shit like that.
Yeah.
And in this day and age, when everything's fucking laced with fentanyl,
yeah, he
better pray his shit isn't. Because if it is,
oh, dude,
they're gonna grill his ass. We're gonna try to get him narc so bad.
I know.
So,
well, I'm sure they might
tell him to keep his fucking mouth shut.
Yeah, I think Little Dan's smart. He knows to keep his mouth shut.
He sounds solid. So
yeah.
I just wanted to shout out to him.
Shout out Little Dan, free Little Dan.
And there's no such thing as an occasional heroin user to the last dude. That shit don't fly. So
I know.
That's 708.
But he's doing better. He's doing better. Yeah, I know. But he's doing better.
He sounds like it.
Yeah. But
that 708 shit though. He needs to stop that shit too. Tell him to just wean off with kratom and call it a day.
Yeah, I know.
I'm trying to help people here, but yeah, man.
Easier said than done. All right, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Last call. Oh man, I'm gonna be so fucking late. I'm gonna be so late.
Yo, Danny. It's a conspiracy. I'm gonna go rapid fire real quick.
Yeah, go rapid fire because I'm gonna be fucking so late.
All right, here we go. I'm working on my 5th white baby. I was dating my wife at 22. When I quit heroin, I just did a shitload of hobbies, so that dude's on the right path. Last caller was correct. There's no part-time heroin users. Other thing, that Madami guy, when he's talking about whiteness, he's an actual socialist and not like the cool kind.
No, he's like a real card-carrying socialist.
Right, but when they say whiteness, they're talking about capitalism. It's a whole thing. They're not talking about skin color. And then I think Matt Rife is a CIA like undercover comedian. Dude.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Dude, they had this. We saw someone sent this to me, but there was this transgender comedian in Canada that I know who used to be an open mic comic and then became trans. And CSIS, which is literally the Canadian CIA, posted on their Twitter about having this comedian like into CSIS to like, I guess, do a corporate or something, or like do a gig at CSIS. Man, we were fucking dying. We're like, you go trans, now you're doing spots at CSIS.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm
pretty sure Sam Tripoli agrees with me about Matt Rife. He hasn't said it, but I have a feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. I guess I always wonder what's the what's the purpose? Why would the CIA put him in there? I mean, I guess the CIA. Well, I guess there is the element where you go, now he gets to travel all over the world, and he has this cover where he's this big time comedian, and then he can go
control culture.
Yeah, but also you travel all over the world, and you can do espionage and whatnot, and you have a reason. But I guess lots of people do that. I don't know. Anyways, I gotta go. I'm gonna be so late.
All right, later, man.
Later, man. All right, that's been the show. Thank you very much for joining me on this Thursday special edition. Support the show, patreon.com/low-value-mail. Shout out to Gerard. Fucking killing it tonight. Killing it, I say. That's it. I'll see you guys Monday night. Peace.
I'm really a poet, you know it, all my shit heroic. Empathic abilities, yeah, my face be also stoic. Bleep, blow up, nigga, that just means I'm working. They see me as a leader, so that's why I'm Captain Kirkin. These tracks from the stars, that much is for certain. You can feel this hit if you up or if you hurt. I'm raising my stock, not talking my feet in some Birkin. Number Johnny 5, got a fucking short circuit. Bring the track to life when I spit phenomenal. When I hit, she feel that shit in her abdominals. These rappers make me laugh like comic view, they comic through. You know I got a ball out, I hit the track running just like Sonic do. They don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah, they was trying to get me on my hype shit. Yeah, they don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah, and they tried to down me up some KO type shit. Yeah, they don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah, now we pulling up fresh on some flight shit. They don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah, they don't wanna turn on my light switch. They don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah, they was trying to get me on my hype shit. Yeah, they don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah, then they tried to down me up some KO type shit. Yeah, they don't wanna turn on my light switch. Yeah, now we pulling up fresh on some flight shit.